Howdy, folks. Torrin and Sammy here. We are back, and this is our unboxing of Between Two Cities from Stonemaier Games. We will get to that in just a second. I've got to say, for a 10 by 10 box, that is a heavy, heavy box. There's a lot of cardboard in there. We did already tear the shrink off because the last time Sammy had to tear some shrink off of a game, she had a little trouble. Although she did good with Dexicon a little while ago. So you want to go ahead and pop that one open?
See, now I can't get the box
See,
open.
you can't even get the box open. Okay, so here we go. Between Two Cities is a deck building tile game designed for 3 to 7 players with a 1 and 2 player variant. So you want to go ahead and start pulling stuff out. We got our advertisement for the other 2 currently out games. We did just back Scythe today on Kickstarter. So excited. So excited.
Got our cards.
This one totally backed because of the pedigree. I think Stonemaier does an amazing job of viticulture. With the Tuscany expansion, is probably one of the best games out on the market right now. Euphoria, another great game, so this was a given that we'd back this. We've got our deck of cards. There should be several kinds of cards in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Including the very interesting... No, actually, these are the very interesting seating cards. The way you determine who goes first, and well, actually, where everybody sits around the table, are using the seating cards with things like youngest to oldest, alphabetically by last letter of first name, and things like that. Okay.
A cool little...
We've got all the little city meeples. If you know anything about Stonemaier games, you know they do their treasure chests with components and stuff to kind of bling out your games. So, you know, when they make meeples for their games, they're going to be some pretty cool meeples. So these actually denote the cities that you're going to use. Gotta love any company that gives us plastic bags with a game. That's a great addition because you can never have enough plastic games. That's the rule book. It is a pretty simple game. Usually takes between 15 and 30 minutes. And we've got the Solitaire variant rule book, which, as I said, was pretty cool. The 2-player and Solitaire variants were Kickstarter add-ons. And I want to see you get all this cardboard out of that box.
In here cardboard?
Everything except for the scoreboard left in that box is cardboard. So go ahead and get that all out of there. I told you there was a lot of cardboard in this box.
That's like a good inch of cardboard.
You've got all of the single tiles. And then if you can find lower in the deck, there should be the double tiles. Nope, they're all single as well. You can make your own. They're the double tiles there. And if you can grab the scoreboard real quick, because there's one really cool thing about the scoreboard. Again, mad props to Stonemaier and everything they do. So your scoreboard on one side has your score tracks go from 1 to 10, and then 11 to 20, and so on, all the way up to 100. But on the reverse side, it actually snakes down the board, going from 1 to 10, and then 20 to 11, so you actually snake through the scoreboard. And that's brilliant, because I prefer this method myself, but I know there are people that like the other way. They're weird people out there. So, that's everything in Between Two Cities, right?
Yep.
Yeah, not a lot of components. Game designed 3 to 7 players, has 1 and 2 player variants. Takes about 15 to 30 minutes. It is oh, no, it's not a deck building game. I did say that earlier. It is a drafting tile game. In each round of the game, you'll have 7 card tiles. You'll draw 2, use them between the 2 cities. And the way it works is each player and the player next to you has a city between them.
Let me see if I can kind of get some
And
of these
the
out.
2 tiles that you're going to have out on either, you're going to have a city on either side of you.
So for like a 4-player game, it'd be like this, and there'd be a player
You would
here,
have like San
here.
Francisco, Denver, Rome, and Paris, and each of these is a city, and you will play to the city on either side of you by drafting 2 tiles and playing one to each city, discussing it with your partners. And then you will pass your remaining tiles to the player to your left, and you'll do it again and again until there's only 1 tile left, and then you'll move on to the next round. And you'll do that until you have a 4x4 grid of tiles, at which point you score the game. And each of the different types of tiles scores differently. I believe you have houses, industry, pubs, parks.
They're all right here.
Yeah, so you've got several things, and there's scoring mechanisms there. Pretty cool. And since you'll be scoring on 2 cities, one to your left and one to your right, your final score is the city you have the lowest score in. So, of course, the 2-player variant's a little different, and so is the solo campaign. But that's Between Two Cities from Stonemaier Games. Really looking forward to playing that. We will have Periscope our initial gameplay, which will be as tragic as it usually is, because we often miss some of the rules the first time we play a game. And if you're interested in any of our Kickstarter projects that we talk about, check out our podcast. That is the Roll Call Podcast. We're on iTunes, Twitter, Stitcher, Board Game Geek, pretty much any outlet we can get them hosted on. Anywhere you get podcasts, you should be able to find the Roll Call Podcast. So, do you remember? No, you don't remember backing this one either, do you? Not even a little bit?
No, but I'm excited for it.
Good. Good. I think you're excited more for the 2-player game than the multiplayer version.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it is a little different playing with 2 players than it is with 3 or more. But we'll get some gameplay videos of this one out soon, right here on Periscope. We've still got 2 more unboxings to do tonight. What's up next?
Train Heist.
So we'll be back in about 5 minutes with Train Heist after we clean this up and get everything posted like we need to. Thanks for tuning in. Have fun.